My name is Kerry Neill and we're at Queensland Conference and Camping Centre right here in Mapleton on the Sunshine Coast. Going to discuss the Naidoc Week 2018. The theme this year is Because of Her We Can. And I think this one is a very special one, absolutely, because there's lots of ladies that deserve that recognition. In my life, there has been a few women that I've come across that have definitely inspired me to get me to where I am today. And one of those women, is my mother. I love my mother. Her name is Hope, and her name, just her name, kind of says it. Because she's given us hope all since we were kids. Anytime that we were, in trouble, or anytime that we needed help, or anytime that we needed, somebody, to give us that inspiration, not to give up, not to stay in the same spot, not to just sit idle, but to go somewhere, to get something, to gain something, to learn something, to create something, to share something, that's my mother. Her name is Hope, and she has definitely given us hope all our lives. And especially when not many other people kind of believed in, she's always been there, and telling stories of the past, and sharing Gubbi Gubbi culture and Waka Waka culture with us, and just giving us inspiration about understanding that our environment is valued. Like, our environment is something to be valued, and our environment is, no matter what that is, like whether it's a school environment, whether it's the natural environment like what we're in right now at Mapleton, or whether we're down the beach. She taught us to value the space that you're in, and to try to listen, and to try to learn the things that are around us. And I do, Mum, like, I love you heaps. Like, if you ever get to watch this movie, I do love you heaps, and I'm real proud of you. Like, you kind of never gave up on us when others did. My grandmother's another woman that has great inspiration for me, and like, lots and lots of love. I respect my grandmother so much, and it's a bit of fear there as well, because I've copped a good couple of disciplinary measures from her, and I deserve them too. Like, there's no doubt. But my grandmother's a place of inspiration because growing up in the times that she grew up with, and living under the Act, and she had permits and restricted control over movement, and she was part of the dormitory system, and all of the negative things that come from that time and from that era, where Indigenous peoples were not really considered human, not really considered to be citizens, and things of that nature. And yet, even though she was told those things all that time in her life, she rose above. And I've never seen a woman with so much elegance and grace, and just command respect. This lady, this woman, she grew up in that time, and learning and know about it. I mean, we know all of what those things that I'm talking about are, and yet, you know what? She forgave those people, and she let go of that hurt and that injustice, not just for herself but for all of our people, and she actually forgave. And that message there has been in my heart for all of this time, because she told us we've got to work together. We never forget the past, but we've got to learn from the past, and we've got to make sure that we build something better, not just for our children, but for all of our children. And that's what that woman has left me with. And that's why she'll always have a place in my heart, and I love her so much, and I love you, Nan, as all of us do. We all do.